The Black Ops 6 live action reveal trailer is here, and whilst it didn't reveal much directly since it was only 58 seconds long, we have actually learnt a lot of information. First of all, the trailer itself is kind of just set up for the campaign, and we get to look at Bill Clinton, George W. Bush Sr., as well as Margaret Thatcher. I wonder if they will literally come as operators in multiplayer, that would be ridiculous. But we also get a look at Saddam Hussein, who seems to be one of the main antagonists surrounding the game, since we're going to be tackling the Iraq and Gulf Wars, spanning the 90s to early 2000s. Speaking of the early 2000s though, of course there's been a lot of speculation that the game will cover September 11th, 2001. I'm trying to refrain from actually saying the numbers directly because I've been getting my videos demonetized as a result. I hope that's not a worry YouTubers have to worry about this year with covering the game, since it's going to obviously be covering a lot of touchy subjects. But yeah, previously we've been speculating the game might be covering it in some way, shape or form. Now I doubt we're going to get a mission itself, maybe from the perspective of civilians in the towers, but the game is probably going to cover it in some way, shape or form, because of course we've gotten references to the Sally pistols many times. We had the Sallys added as a blueprint in Warzone, which has the 6 tally marks on, which was the first hint we got that the game's going to be called Black Ops 6. And of course this is a classic throwback reference to the original Black Ops cover art. But there are references in the trailer to Project Sally, and the only reference that people have been able to find to Project Sally in real life is to do with September 11th. Maybe Trek and Raven Software working on the campaign are finally going to give a reason for Sally that's been on the pistols for all these years. On screen you can see information about Project Sally. Like I said, I'm going to refrain from reading it directly just in case of demonetization issues. But I wonder if they are going to play into some conspiracy surrounding the event that potentially Adler, since he is brainwashed by Perseus that happened in the post-launch seasons of Cold War, that he could be in some way responsible, similar to how Mason's brainwashing led to him being responsible in the assassination of JFK in Black Ops 1. If so, this game's going to be heavily controversial, as the canon ending of Black Ops Cold War is the one where Adler kills Bell, and Adler then goes on to kill Stitch, but Stitch's death didn't mean anything because the legacy of Perseus lives on through the sleeper agents that they have let out, and their ideology will continue for the foreseeable future. We know it's still active in 2024 even. But Russell Adler's confirmed to be in Black Ops 6. Now we obviously had it previously hinted, but we've gotten our first look at him because the Call of Duty website accidentally posted the thumbnail for the reveal trailer that's going to be shown at the live stream event on the 9th of June, following the Xbox Game Showcase. So we're going to be getting a more full-fledged trailer featuring in-game footage, and this is where the thumbnail's from. Now Call of Duty have since changed the thumbnail, it was just an accident. So for those who are dissatisfied by this short little reveal trailer, the live action one that is, we are going to be of course getting a lot more very soon at the Xbox Game Showcase. We're going to be getting gameplay and way more trailers, so look out for all of them. They have specifically said, get eyes on the first in-depth look at gameplay in this new dark chapter of the Black Ops series, but I assume this is probably going to be a campaign mission, which is going to be an open world campaign, at least some of the missions are, but more akin to Far Cry as opposed to the abysmal glorified Spec Ops missions in Modern Warfare 3's campaign. They do reference in-depth look at gameplay though, so is this referring to campaign multiplayer and zombies even, or just multiplayer as well? Because this is going to be more than a traditional reveal, they're going to be revealing a lot. But Adler looks awfully suspicious in this with the long trench coat pulled up. He definitely looks like he is up to something dodgy, and we've had previous statements that say there's a mole within the CIA. That could be referring to Adler, and everything regarding Black Ops 6 is the truth lies. America, land of the free, home of the brainwashed. So really they might actually be tackling this event, but yeah, it'll be controversial if they do. In fact, there's even going to be a reveal event in Warzone where Woods is seemingly going to be giving us orders, stating we have got an intel that there might be key information here to finally reveal the mole we have been hunting. Get out there and get to work. Apparently there's going to be a specific bunker, probably Bunker 7, that's going to open for this reveal event, and in it may contain information about who this mole is, who is very likely Adler. There are mentions of restoring democracy. Wood states they died in my traitor's hands, enemy of the state, wanted for crimes against the United States government, the capture and death of US personnel, and material support to foreign regimes and organizations hostile to the United States. The final thing I want to mention is that we've gotten the character reveal that's on the Black Ops 6 key art in the classic pose. Who is this character though? We've previously speculated he could be Bowman's son, and that's definitely possible. He could potentially be Sims from Black Ops Cold War. He could be an entirely new character maybe, or maybe he's even a young version of Tommy Briggs that we had in Black Ops 2's campaign in the future. And the character could very well be Sims because the person that Adler is talking to is wearing a cap which does resemble Sims. Sims, but it's kind of too hard to tell since we're seeing from behind, of course. But if this is Sims who Adler is speaking with, it could give credence to the cover art character similarly being Sims 2. All definitely possible. Now, many people have pointed out to me that, of course, all of the previous Black Ops Sally logos in this position haven't meant anything. Their characters haven't meant anything, but I don't think this necessarily means they will not mean anything again. So we'll have to see if this character is actually an important thing in the campaign or not, or whether he's just some sort of trivial character that's not really that relevant. Anyways, that's all we've learned today, but let me know if anything else is found in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.